evening, everyone. It's a warm welcome to IRC 2025, conducted by Engineering faculty to OUSL. So we are starting to have a good discussion, and this evening it's a panel discussion with the subtopic: the transformative role of data science in modern industry innovation. So you are all welcome to have a very fruitful discussion. We have two panel members here. One is Ms. Chamika, who is the head of AI platforms and operations at Dialog, and he has 8+ years of experience in data science, and he holds MSc in data science and AI degree from Sri Jayawardhanapura, as well as MBA PIM Sri Jayawardhanapura, and he holds a BSc degree in electronics and telecommunication from University of Moderator, and he is a CIMA qualified engineer. We have the other panel member, Mr. Gihan. He is a data tech lead at CETMe, and he also having 8+ years of experience in data sciences. He's currently reading MSc from University of Moderator, and he is a product from Gujarat University. Both are warmly welcome to the discussion. So we'll start the discussion directly. What we are going to discuss along with the subtopic. So Mr. Chamke will start the discussion first of all. I would like to see now the topic that we want to have is this transformativeness of these data sciences, machine learning. All these things are transformed drastically. So how do you define the transformative impact of data science in today's industries from your experience, your knowledge?
Good evening, everyone. So, today's AI and data science are very hot topic in the world, and we are passing few eras in the world. Like we had the computer literacy era, where the introduction of computers into the industry, and also now after that we had the digital transformation era. Now we are in the era of AI transformation, where the data science and AI impacts come into the industry. The mainly in industry now, previously a lot of things are working on the reactive decision making methods, like not based on the data. Now a lot of business are running on the decision based on the data driven culture. So based on that, lot of industries are changing by using the data science and AI in their business processes. Now data science and AI is not a part of a supportive function, it's a strategic enabler for the industry. So when it's come to the Dialog, we are a connectivity provider, but we are more than going beyond that and giving services, different type of services by using data science and AI, by transforming our business processes. For example, currently using our data science techniques, we are transforming how our businesses processes. Before we do campaigns based on mass campaigns, but now by using data science we are doing hyper personalized campaigns. For example, we are giving products which are tailor made to the customers by using different data science techniques, like giving dynamic pricings, dynamic discounts, and dynamic products as well. So for example, through our My Dialog apps, we are giving different offers based on the customer's usage. Not only that, in the data science, the main area is the predictive analytics, like the churn predictions, anomaly detections, kind of different type of data science domains, which side of techniques we are using to transform our day-to-day works. Not even for the daily business operations, we are using these type of things for different areas, like for the marketing. For example, previously we are for marketing we are creating a lot of campaigns using video productions. Now using AI, by just a simple prompt, we are generating some sort of videos. Now you can see some of our ads which are using AI and data science in that context. Not only that, even for our customer experience, as we are giving some sort of chatbots, that sort of innovation which are enabling the distance between the customer as well. So the customers previously can come to our arcade or they can call, but now they can interact through different channels like chatbots, WhatsApp channels, kind of in the background of all these innovations. Data science is the major key enabler. For that, the main thing is data. Data is the new fuel in the world. Everyone knows without data now that businesses can't run. So on top of that data, a lot of businesses are now using data science and AI to derive a lot of use cases, as I mentioned previously. That's how the transformation of data science come into the industry. As I mentioned, this is a very critical age of period in the AI. So we call it as an industrial revolution 4.0, where we are using AI to transform our business processes.
Thank you, thank you. It's a very nice starting for the discussion. Actually, I would like to continue the same thing now, since you are from like 8+ years of experience. You have a lot of things in Mr. Gyan in this story of this examples of these data sciences. Now, how you feel? What are the most significant examples that you can give us to this transformation of these data sciences? How it transforms, and examples, couple of.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Caldera. So, I'm related to the transportation and logistic industry. So, I have 8+ years of experience in how data science and AI transform our industry into the completely different and intelligent thing. Let me give you some example. So, previously we had a problem. Our demand and supply is, there's a lot of imbalance. It's not just an imbalance. We couldn't manage our fleet into the same location and time, that right time and right location, so that we can generate more revenue. So after that, by the analyzing data, we found out, so there is a problem where our demand is moving into the like Colombo area at the time in the morning. If for example, let's say in the 7 a.m. there's a demand in Moderator, let's say Moderator. Then with that demand moving to the Colombo region, the supply, the drivers also moving. So without the data, we couldn't see it. So after that, there's another demand is generating in, let's say, Galkis area, Mount Lavinia. In that area, when the demand is generating, we didn't have enough supply. Okay, we didn't have enough supply because it's already moved to the central Colombo. After analyzing these patterns, we were able to figure it out. Yes, there's a problem. There's a problem where we can't cater our demand. So by using data science, we predict there's a excess demand in certain areas. We give some solution, and we were able to increase our completion ratio in a certain level. So these are the practical changes data science have introduced into the industries, especially that transportation and supply chain. This kind of like physical world, data science has changed these industries. So the companies like our or any corporation can get the benefit.
Thank you. So it's a nice an example of this demand forecasting and logistic management. Is, of course, it's quite complicated requirement actually, and it's a very good example that we are day-to-day life that we see and experience the same scenario that data sciences can support for the transformation in the business point of view. Thank you, Mr. Gyan. So we'll see now. We can see the same story, right? So we have the traditional business models and the newest models. As you started, it's a transformation. Now the decision making process is changed, and we are in an age that decision is completely or more or less based on the data. Now in that ways, now do you think it's this data is highly supported to convert or change the traditional business models across these sectors? What do you think about that?
Yeah, industry, for example, in industry, lot of data is generated via different systems, but previously we are not using that data potential where the business can get some of the insights and information out of the data. So that's where that the AI transformation was very powerful, because previously a lot of managers or boards taking decisions without looking at the data based on the gut feeling. But now with the enablement of the data, with lot of variety of the data and the volume of the data, we can generate lot of insights. So when it's come to the data science, through that data with lot of techniques, we are generating like reports, dashboards, where the business users can see the real picture of their business. Based on that, they can give more products or services to the end user. That's where the data science transforming our businesses. For example, as I mentioned previously, how we are giving some standard products to the customers previously, like it can be like, for example, as the dialogue, we have like a mobile different plans for different postpaid and prepaid customers. So it's restricted to few packages. But now the introduction of data science techniques, we can dynamically change our prices, product features. So using different data science techniques, we are driving that innovation of the projects. So in our project portfolio now, there can be like 1 million of products which will be tailor-made to the customer. Even the customer is very satisfied with that as well. And the other point is the customer experience. So how we engage with the customer is very important to make their engagement as their satisfaction level. Even for our network side, we are using some of the techniques for autonomous network, which will cater better network experience to the customer based on their usage, their traveling patterns. For those type of things, we are using different data science techniques to derive those insight, and based on that to do some actioning. So in this era, the main change is, previously we look at the data and give some insight and all. Now we call it as automated ways we are generating insight, but the actioning is not embedded with this process. But now with this introduction of generative AI, agentic AI kind of new ways of acting, so now we can enable different actionings as well on top of those insights. It's like we are giving near real time actioning based on these insights we are generating from the data science, using new techniques like agentic AI agents kind of. That's where the industry is moving. For example, as we are talking about the traditional AI ML stuff, with the new introduction of ChatGPT, that sort of generative AI, now a lot of things are changing with this new innovation. That's where the agentic AI agents are coming, and those capabilities are coming as a assistant for the humans as well, even for the employees as well as for the customers. That's how the industry is evolving. So as I mentioned, now data science AI is not just a supporting function, now it's like a strategic enabler for the industry. Not only for the telecommunication industry, you can see in other industries as well, finance industries, even in the banking, how they profile their customers using the credit profiling kind of techniques. When you try to give a loan, previously banks need to check on the customers details, and they need a lot of work to give a loan. But with these new techniques, using different data science techniques, now they have a credit profiles of the customer, they know their customer better. That's how the businesses are evolving. It's not about the technology first. We are taking the problem first and taking the AI data science next to solve that problem. That's how industries taking the transformation of this data science and AI techniques into the business operation.
Yes, that's great. Now it's clearly stated that the traditional business models like highest paid persons option is not further an option. Data is the fundamental of the decision making process, and the traditional board of directors decision is not the decision, but data we have the foundation for the decision making process. What you are telling, it's very clear and very good story that we have taken from this story of this. We don't want the traditional models further, but we want data oriented, data driven decision making. So Thank you. Again, I would like to continue the same story from your end, actually. Now, how this data science revolutionization in your industry, how it impacts to the businesses like your Pick Me kind of a business or whatever the business that you have previously experienced,
Yeah.
according to your experience, could you please?
Yes. So, in i- as a like an industry which is very much in the ground, so we are moving people, we are moving goods. So these are not. It's not like online shopping. So online shopping, you have a product in a certain area. It doesn't matter. You have a few days, few months to move these things around the world. But in our situation, we have to do it in a very short of time period, and it's the right time again. So based on that, this that thing, we have to very fast. We have to act very fast. Data-driven decision making comes into the play in that decision making, because our operation teams can't blindly generate promo code or generate incentive. Sorry, my bad. I think I'm too technical in our terms. So promo code is something we use, that tool we are using to uh, increase the demand, and incentive is tool we are using to increase the supply. So these are the two main levers we are using to balance the demand and supply. So these things we use at the moment. We are using generative AI and prediction to leverage these levers. So in the future, like tomorrow, what will happen in the 6 p.m. in BMICH? So we can predict it now. We use that predicted knowledge to leverage these levers now. So at that time, our platform is ready to cater this demand. So that's how our AI or data is helping our industry to get our business into the next level. So our target is to have a 10 billion rides in a year. So generative AI and data is helping us a lot on that direction.
Thank you, thank you. It's another starting point for our discussion. Actually, it's revenue, right? So we want the business to be a profitable business at the end of the day. Now, how, like, after integrating data sciences, how the return on investment (ROI) is generated? Like, how you think the ROI impacts to this? The data science impacts to ROI from that point of view. What do you think, actually?
Yeah, from the investor's point of view, it's really important the what we do, how it impacts the P&L. So at the end, it should impact the top line or bottom line. For example, if you take the revenue side of this impact from the data science and AI, we need to measure how the revenue is generated through these data science and AI projects. So I will explain in with the example. For example, if we take dialogue, we are not just the connectivity provider now. Not only the mobile coverage, we have the HBB products, DTV, fintech solutions, different IoT solutions, that sort of different portfolios. For example, if we get a customer for a home connection, how we sell our other solutions for the customers as well. We call it as a cross sell. It's like we are taking another product to that customer and generating more revenue from that customer. Not only that, if you are in a for example, if you consider a mobile package, you are in a postpaid plan, how we now that person in the 500 package, how we increase that customer into a higher package with a better experience, better service from us. So for that, for example, we have different sort of use cases in different areas which affect the top line for the revenue, like the upsell models, where we are using recommendation engines to recommend different kind of products to the customers via different channels, via our mobile app, SMSs, calls, through for to generate those leads. We are using data science. So based on that leads and all, we are measuring through this lead how much we conversion we got it. Based on that, we are measuring the revenue which are generated through these models like recommendation engines, upsell, cross sell kind of uh, models. Not only that, how it will impact our bottom line, even for our cost, how we manage our fin operations, how we manage our cost. So for that, we can use some of the techniques like anomaly detections kind of things, where the cost inefficiencies in the process. Based on that, we can do the cost rationalization in our business processes. Not only that, for every industry, the main pain point is the churn. The customers are churning out, so we need to identify our customers proactively and save them. So based on that, we are also can uh, measure the return on these use cases. Not only that, in a large organizations, there are a lot of workflows like for the bill payments, customer engagements, managing the network, that sort of things. How we manage all these systems in effective ways, like bring the productivity into the picture. So how we measure, that's where we build different type of agents or the chatbots for the internal customers as well as for the external customers. It's like an employee works in dialogues, he now has a agent who will help him to do his daily job. So it will improve their efficiency, so they can move out of their BAU works or the routine works, and they can automate it, that sort of things. So in our portfolios now, a lot of systems are in the automated ways now. It means that uh, things are working in a way that based on the reasoning capabilities, but they can't act on the solution as well. Now we are working on how we enabling that planning into that product portfolio as well. Then even these systems can help more to the customer as well as for our internal employees as well. It will increase their productivity and the workflows will get simplified. Production to deployments, product deployments, and even our new product deployments are very efficient. So that's how that get into the business side. Not only that, as a company, we are catering 17 million of customers. Customers satisfaction is very required. So how we measure all these satisfaction levels, if the satisfaction level is going down, how we increase it using different sort of campaigns. So how we understand the customer sentiments. So that's how, what are the parameters we are measuring when we try to get the return on investment. It may not be in financial, sometimes it will be a non-financial like NPS increases. That sort of parameters we are considering on the return on investment through this data science and AI projects.
Thank you, thank you. It's a nice opening for the same discussion. Now, actually, it's a reality because we want to have a large customer base and we want to keep the customers with us, not to leave from our organization and join for another competitor. So that's the reality in a business. So to keep customers, it's not something really easy. We want to get the customers in our business, so innovation is one of fundamental factors. So, according to your experience, how this data science supports for this innovation process, how to make this innovation much more valuable to the customers, how the customers gain an opportunity to stay with the business in your point of view, what do you think in that point of view?
Yeah. So we had the same problem that customer is leaving our platform to different platforms. So this to cater, we want our customers to have a personalized experience. So we understand that personalized experience is the key to keep our customers satisfied in our platform. So because of that, we have now recommending their personalized food orders, their personalized merchants, their personalized locations based on their past behavior and someone similar to his or her preference. So there we use data we gathered from these devices, that IoT devices, that mean driver app and the passenger app and merchant app. So these information we gathered and we process, we use data science applications, and we predict these like location, merchant recommendation, food recommendation, and we use that information to keep our customers in our app. Apart from that, I have another example where like previously we had a small problem. Again, this is a good example, I think. This example is certain drivers trying to convert our passengers by telling them, hey, I will drop you in the same location with the same price, please cancel the trips. So we are calling this higher conversion. This was a very big problem. We want to address it. It was very difficult to identify because driver selection and driver selection is very complex process. So we have to actually go to the ground, talk with drivers, talk with passengers, and come up with some sort of a idea how it's actually happening in the ground level. After we did this initial investigation, we come up with a simple rule-based solution. That solution was okay, but it only addressed certain number of trips. There was a lot of other trips which have less financial value, but it is affecting on the customer experience in our platform. So still the problem is there, but our financial loss is somewhat manageable. So after that, we have come up with a simple tree-based solution where we were able to again increase our chance of tackling this issue. Even after that, we were not in the scale that drivers who doing these fraudulent trips to make a big impact. So we again go to the base. We again discuss with our operation team, again discuss with the passengers. We had the same experience. Then we have come up with sort of idea. There is a hidden relationship between these movements. So I can't exactly tell you what are these relationships we have found with these are trade triggers. But let's say certain drivers at a certain location, they tend to do this. So we found that there's a relationship. So we have implemented a graph network where we can visualize these kind of relationship. So with the help of our risk management team and these graph databases, we were able to utilize that relationship, that our knowledge of this relationship, to come up with the graph neural network. With that graph neural network, we were able to save, if I correctly remember, it was around 5 to 6% of our total revenue. So last financial year, our total revenue was around 5.8 billion. It is like big number. So that's how data science is helping to retain our customer. Because previously, when the customer has this, when the driver tell customer, let's cancel the trip, it is okay at that time, but after customer realize this platform is not reliable, what will happen if something happen to me in the during trips? No one is watching me, no guarantee. So most customers after that, their engagement with our platform get reduced. So that's how we tackle that particular problem. These are only one scenario, but it can be applied to any other things as well. Like if it is a restaurant, if restaurant can identify using data these kind of customers we are losing because our service is not catering their need now, they can improve. So that's how the industries and corporation keep their customers satisfied using data.
Thank you. So it's a great innovative example actually how the data science can support for the decision making process, as you told, collaborative filtering for specific people to find out, figure out, catering specific people, how to personalize and give it to the specific people, and graph data sciences. Yes, of course, the next root of the data science. Yes, that's the biggest thing. It's good story for the innovation point of view. Thank you. So we'll continue the same story for you too. Now, from yours point of view, what kind of key drivers behind the rapid adaptation? Now it's a rapid everywhere. It's quite rapid adaptation of the data science in the industries, like from food to transportation to healthcare to everywhere. From yours point of view, could you please elaborate or explain us what kind of things happen in this adaptation point of view?
Yeah, as I previously mentioned, also the common factor is data. Now in every business, now all are gathering their data, so that will be the fuel for their business drive. So main factor for this transformation in data science is the large set of data sets, and also the variety. We are getting lot of data from different sources. For example, in our industry, we can get the customer usage patterns and how they use different applications. So based on that, now we can tailor made our products as well. That's where that we introduce our unlimited packages, which has YouTube free, TikTok free kind of, because we know the how the business, how the customer is behaving. They are shifting their usage behaviors. Based on that, we can tailor made. For all these things, we need to have the variety of data, velocity of data, and volume of a data, and how we store and convert that data which can be usable for the business. That's the main factor in any industry. That's where the transforming is happening rapidly, because the data is growing uh, exponentially across all industries, actually, not only the telecom industry, even as Gihan mentioned, in transport industry, with the customers behavior of traveling, they are creating a lot of location based data. So based on that, they are running some sort of graph kind of things. Not only that, as you can see with the introduction of ChatGPT back in 2021 2022, now people can see the AI in their hand as well. Based on that, previously a lot of academia people, a lot of industries only using data science and AI, but now AI can be visible for the public as well. Based on that, a lot of hyperscalers are giving lot of facilities, application like ChatGPT, that sort of lot of applications they are launching, and also there is a high competition in the arena as well. As you know, in the AI's generative AI side, every day you can see new models is coming out, even like ChatGPT, Gemini, Grok, and even the Chinese models like Queen, DeepSeek. So the competition is very high, so the innovation is also not changing, is just accelerating. Every day lot of things are coming up. If you consider a few months back, there are a lot of generative models are focused on text only, but with these multi-model concepts, video processing, audio processing, and the image generation, new things are coming up. For example, if you consider new innovations like nano banana, where it creates a lot of creative images. Now it's likely more closer to the human creativity as well. Not only that, it's impacting a lot of industries like video industry, film industry, ad industry. So the impact is not just limited to specific industries with this developments of new technologies. Not only that, as previously a lot of challenges were with, we are working on on-prem servers, so the storage and computation is very limited. But with the introduction of cloudifications, now every industry can move into the cloud stack. So a lot of new applications, new tool stacks can be they can use for their developments and productions with this innovation. Previously a lot of industries were stuck with their on-prem servers and all, so they can try it out new technologies, new application with these limitations. So the cloudification also playing a big part in this industry by introducing new cloud features via different tech giants like AWS, Google, Microsoft. So with this competition, all the industries are getting that benefit by utilizing these new techs. Otherwise we had to do a lot of R&D's innovation in-house to bring that gap. That's how that transformation, that the cloudification impacts the transformation of data science. Not only that, as we all are speaking about the AI, there is a hype in about AI in the industry, not only in the industry, even in the public. So with that, even the leadership is now thinking about the AI culture. It's not only about the tool stack. We call it as not only about the technology transformation. So it's a must the organizational transformation, whether the employees or customers are adapting these new technologies. Even we, for example, if we introduce our chatbots where people can ask their day-to-day questions like bill related issues from these chatbots, but if they are not using that chatbots, there is no value of it. So the adoption is very important. So for that, from the leadership, that AI first mindset is generated via the industry. So this is very key in driving that org transformation across the industry for data science and AI. So I think, as I mentioned, these four factors, as I mentioned previously, data exploration, and also the hyper competition between the innovation, and also the cloudification, and finally the AI mindset of the leadership are the main key drivers in this arena.
Thank you. So it starts with another thing now. Actually, both of you are from dealing with customers. Actually, it's very important to keep customers. So I would like to see how the predictive analytics help us to make the customer much satisfied. Day to day, we want to have much more customer satisfaction in any industry, unless definitely we all the industries might face the same problem. So how you feel, what kind of innovative or what kind of solutions to make the customers much happy, actually what kind of things that you are doing in your industry, as well as you also can support us for the same question, because both of you are from highly interactive with the customers. Yes, first we'll start with Mr. Gyan, and you also can support us for the same question.
Yeah. So, okay. So, our industry is based on location and time. So, seeing a demand in even in the real time, we cannot cater it because we have to move supply from somewhere else. So, it completely, like, we are completely blind when it happens, because when the demand is generated and demand is goes, we move the vehicle into there. Drivers complaining because they don't have a demand, because it take like 5-10 minutes, demand is gone. Drivers move one point to A to B has a demand, but when the driver move A to B, demand is not there. So it doesn't matter we trying to attend it on. But now with the AI, we can predict there will be excess demand in next 2 hours, next 1 hour, maybe next day. So our operation team can ready our fleet to cater that demand. So that's a real change. Previously we didn't have that option because we didn't have that prediction, but now we have that capability. So we can cater our customer very it's not, I'm not saying it's 100% we can cater, because there are still problem, but we can now cater it in a the way where it wasn't able to do it previously. Apart from that, in the football, customer change their buying pattern, but they don't change their preference. So if you are prefer rice and curry, yeah, you can buy something else in like once a month or something like, but still you prefer rice and curry, right? So, and customer, normally people live in the modern world, they are living in two places. One is their home, one is their working place. But when they go to somewhere else, let's say you are working in Navala, now in the weekend you want to go to the goal. So when you open app, if we are showing you Navala restaurant, then it won't work. We now, today, with the data science, we can see the similarities he has in here and apply that similarities in the goal area and find the restaurant which might cater his needs. So that is the real change now. So these kind of things not only happen in our industry. So I was able to have a peek at there's a clothing company. In that clothing company, they are predicting what kind of clothes their customer will buy in the Christmas season. So they can order in the quantities where they can sell. Like, let's say in the Christmas you might have buy red t-shirts more, as example. If you are preparing green t-shirt, you can't sell it. But with the prediction, now you can allocate your resources to create the red t-shirt more, so you can sell it. So this kind of thing happening in the real world. So that's how that this is data science and AI transforming these industries and by satisfying the customers.
When it comes to the telecommunication industry, for example, customer satisfaction is really based on the network experience. For example, back in COVID period, we are experiencing very bad area because a lot of people are moving away from the urban areas to rural areas. All our networks are optimized for urban areas. So then how we manage our networks? So for example, currently we are working on autonomous network which will adjust based on the customer density and all. So they can we can tailor made our experience for the based on the requirement of the customer. So when the people are moving, all our network elements are also adjusting based on that requirement for the network throughput and all. So that's where how we use AI and data science to give better experience for the customers. So for that we need to understand the customer requirements, how much of customers in these areas and at what time they are requiring our services, and how we optimize our network on daytime for these areas, nighttime for this area. That sort of analytics we are doing to give a better network experience to the customer. So that's the real world example from telecom industry, how we can manage all these new network elements to create a better network experience based on the customer movements. Otherwise they are experiencing bad network that will lead to bad customer satisfaction at the end.
Yes, thank you. So now it's a real story actually. We want to deal with the predictive analytics, and we want to have much more happier customers. Even from university's point of view, we want to see happier students. So we also having the same thing. We are always thinking how to make my student happy, right? So we use many tools nowadays to make much more happier. So that's, yes, of course, in everywhere we have these happy customers. Now from like last couple of questions, I want to fire out the future of this relationship in this data driven decision and your human intuition, how this could be happen in your point of view. Now it's almost the creativity now, like all the artists, songs, everything generated, images generated, videos generated. So now what happens in future for the human creativity, like machines would conquer us? From your point of view, it's a quite complicated question. Yes, of course, but from your point of view, we would like to see what would be happen next.
Yeah, even a lot of people think with the introduction of new capabilities via this AI, so we will lose our jobs. So that's the most heard question in this era. But AI is not just losing your job. For example, when computer come into the picture, so it likes when you go for government institution back in 2000 or before that, you can see a lot of people are working on papers index. They have a huge bulk of documents, they are filling it out, but computer came and simplified it. But it doesn't mean they lost their job, but from our point of view, we need to do the transformation from our side as well. We need to sometimes upskill our skill level or reskill our skill level. For example, if you are a marketer, if you are creating video using tools previously used, if you are not using AI tools for new video generation, you will be out of the equation. So it with the hands of the human to choose how we use AI. So as the computers, without using computers, we won't be in this era. So it means in the digital transformation era, we are using digital tools, and even government these days we are talking about the digital economy. So same thing is apply for the AI as well. So we need to improve our AI literacy for a extent how we use this AI for our day-to-day activities to simplify it. So we should not look at it as a demon. So it's about how we adapt to. As a humans, we all know how to adapt into the situation. That's how we going from ages to ages. So from the industrial revolution, then the computers came into the digital transformation. Now we are in the AI transformation era. So people should understand AI is not a demon. So how we use AI as our assistant. So it means you have another assistant who are supporting you to do your sum of work. Now you can focus your work, your thinking for a different way. Even for the creativity side, the same things, it will generate lot of things. So but humans should be in there to embed their institution, because we are more adaptive, we can bring new strategic thinkings kind of things. So in future, we are not seeing only AI will do all the work. So it's a handshaking between AI and humans who are doing as a unit, who will resolve the problems. Even in office spaces, you will see humans who will do this sort of work, and AI agents will do this sort of works. Those two components are combinedly will give a better results. That's how we will adapt into this change in our this AI transformation era, as per my view.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm also agreeing with him. So I think people will evolve to the next level by leveraging the AI. So if you think about, I mean, it is still, I mean, we can see it now, even today, because we are in the era, we have the world, I mean, historically, largest number of younger billionaires is in this era. So that's mean that younger generation is utilizing these new tools to make the money, not only the money, but to make their lives better. So that is a transformation we were supposed to look at. So so AI won't replace us, but it will help us to be the better. So that's what I'm thinking about this.
Thank you. So yes, of course, we everyone should agree now. AI, data sciences, all these things are integrated for our every business. What we can do as human is we want to adapt to this rather than we reject it. We want to adapt it. Then we have to grow as a tool, as a supportive tool, as you told. We can assist, we can get the help, and we can improve much more efficient output. We can save the time, we can save the resources, and we can improve. So actually, though we have a lot of things to discuss, it's very interesting and fruitful, but time constraints we have always. So I would like to wrap up this quick discussion with the thanks to Mr. Chamika as well as Mr. Gyan. So thank you for attending, and we would like to see in future discussions too. So Mr. Gyan, thank you, and Mr. Gyan, thank you.